Have you ever felt that gnawing anxiety, that restless anticipation, as the fate of something you deeply care about hangs precariously in the balance? For Chicago Bulls fans, that feeling has been a constant companion this offseason, a persistent hum of uncertainty surrounding the future of one of their most promising young stars. Josh Giddey, the enigmatic playmaking guard, has been a restricted free agent, his contract negotiations a protracted dance between his camp and the Bulls' front office. It's been a waiting game, a test of patience, and for many, a source of genuine frustration. But what if I told you, after weeks of whispers and speculation, that the clouds are finally parting and a resolution is not just on the horizon, but potentially just weeks away? The Chicago Bulls, a franchise in the midst of a painstaking rebuild, have been navigating a tricky offseason. Every move, every decision is scrutinized through the lens of long-term vision. Last summer, a significant piece of that vision arrived in the Windy City. Josh Giddey, acquired in the blockbuster trade that sent fan-favorite Alex Caruso to the Oklahoma City Thunder, Giddey was immediately earmarked as a cornerstone talent. His unique blend of size, court vision, and passing prowess offered a tantalizing glimpse into a future where the Bulls could once again contend. Throughout his first year in Chicago, Giddey validated that belief, demonstrating flashes of brilliance that underscored his potential as a foundational player. He seamlessly integrated into the team's offense, showcasing his ability to orchestrate plays, find open teammates, and contribute across the stat sheet. His presence brought a creative spark that had often been missing, injecting a renewed sense of hope into a fanbase hungry for a winning product. Yet, despite his undeniable impact and the Bulls' clear desire to retain him, the path to a new contract has been anything but smooth. As a restricted free agent, Giddy Situation is unique. While he can negotiate with other teams, the Bulls retain the right to match any offer sheet, effectively giving them the final say. However, the market for Giddey's services hasn't been as robust as some might have expected. This limited interest from around the NBA, whether due to teams' cap situations or their own roster constructions, has paradoxically hindered Giddey's negotiating leverage. Without a significant offer sheet from another franchise, the Bulls have been in a stronger position to dictate terms, leading to the prolonged standoff we've witnessed. It's a classic NBA chess match, where each side tries to maximize its position, but for the fans, it's simply been a test of nerves. The Bulls' commitment to Giddey, however, has never wavered. During a recent conversation with Keith Smith of Spotrac at the NBA's Summer League, an anonymous front office executive from the Bulls unequivocally stated the team's position. "We want to get a deal done with Josh," the executive asserted, their words carrying the weight of the organization's intent. "He's as important of a player as we have. We see him as a foundational player for us. I hope we can find a deal that makes sense for us and him, and that we'll be together for a long time." This wasn't just lip service, it was a clear declaration of intent, signaling that despite the negotiation hurdles, Giddey remains central to their long-term plans. The sentiment from within the organization is that Giddey is not just another player. He is a vital piece of the puzzle, a young talent around whom they can build for sustained success. His ability to facilitate offense, his rebounding from the guard position, and his evolving scoring game make him a unique asset, one that the Bulls are determined to keep in their fold. The crux of the negotiation, as it often is in the NBA, boils down to dollars and cents. Recent reports had linked Giddey as wanting a deal in the ambitious range of $30 million per year. For a player of his age and potential, that figure would certainly place him among the league's elite young guards. However, Bulls insider K.C. Johnson, a well-respected voice with deep connections to the team, quickly poured cold water on that specific number. The Bulls and Giddey want to get a deal done, Johnson confirmed, acknowledging the mutual desire for a resolution. But then came the crucial clarification. "I don't have particular numbers other than to say that Josh Giddey's $30 million, a year price tag that has been well documented in media and out there since last fall when the rookie contract extension was discussed, has not ever crossed my radar. I have never heard the Bulls mention that number. So I would not expect Josh Giddey to sign a $30 million deal. This insight from Johnson suggests a significant disconnect between Giddey's initial reported aspirations and the Bulls' internal valuation, setting the stage for a classic negotiation showdown. The Bulls, it seems, have stood firm on keeping a new deal in the $20 million AAV average annual value range, a figure that reflects their assessment of his current market value and their overall salary cap strategy. But now, a beacon of hope has emerged from the negotiation fog. According to NBA insider Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, there appears to be significant headway being made. Siegel reported that Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls are expected to reach a resolution on a new contract, likely in the 3-year range by the end of August. This is the news Bulls fans have been desperately waiting for, a concrete timeline and a strong indication that both sides are actively working towards a compromise. While the Bulls have maintained their stance on the $20 million AAV, Siegel's report also offers a glimpse into the potential landing spot for the deal. The latest speculation from agents not involved in negotiations suggests something in the $65 million to $70 million range. He added, for a 3-year deal, this would translate to an average annual value of approximately $21.6 million to $23.3 million. This range, while slightly above the Bulls' initial firm stance, is significantly below Giddey's reported $30 million aspiration, suggesting that both sides are indeed prepared to meet somewhere in the middle. A deal in the range of $25 million per season, as many analysts now consider logical, would represent a fair compromise. It would acknowledge Giddey's value as a young, ascending talent while also reflecting the realities of the market and the Bulls' financial prudence. For Giddey, signing a deal in this range would secure his financial future while still being a significant raise. However, there's another intriguing possibility that could emerge from these negotiations: a shorter-term deal with a player option. This strategy would allow Giddey to bet on himself, potentially becoming an unrestricted free agent in a couple of years, allowing him to re-enter the market at a time when the salary cap might be higher and his own individual performance could have further elevated his value. Of course, such a move is always a gamble. The NBA is a league of constant change, and injuries or unforeseen circumstances can quickly alter a player's trajectory. But for a player confident in his abilities, it's a path worth considering. Regardless of the exact figures or the specific structure, the impending resolution of the Josh Giddey contract saga is undoubtedly welcome news for the Chicago Bulls and their loyal fan base. Giddey, alongside promising rookie Matas Buzelis, represents the core building blocks for the franchise's future. Securing Giddey's long-term commitment was always going to be a top priority for Chicago, a vital step in solidifying their young foundation. His unique skill set complements Buzelis' versatility, offering a glimpse of a dynamic and exciting future for the Bulls. With Giddey locked in, the front office can shift its focus to other roster needs, continuing to build around these two promising talents. The anxiety that has hung over the offseason is finally dissipating, replaced by a renewed sense of optimism and excitement for what lies ahead. So, Bulls Nation, the waiting game is almost over. The tension, the speculation, the constant checking for updates, it all seems to be drawing to a close. Soon, we'll know the exact terms of Josh Giddey's new contract, and with it, a clearer picture of the Bulls' immediate future will emerge. This isn't just about a contract. It's about solidifying the foundation, securing a key piece of the puzzle, and signaling the franchise's commitment to building a sustainable winner. The road ahead for the Bulls will undoubtedly have its challenges, but with foundational talents like Giddey and Buzelis secured, the journey becomes infinitely more exciting. What are your thoughts on this impending resolution? Bulls fans, are you relieved that the Giddey contract saga is nearing its end? And what do you believe is a fair deal for both sides? Share your predictions and hopes for the Bulls' future in the comments below. If you felt the anticipation and excitement of this report, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for the most exclusive and passionate insights into the world of basketball. Your engagement fuels our coverage, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say.